Sure. So Apptentive is a 3.5-year-old company that is really focused on helping people who make mobile apps talk with their customers inside the app. And what that means is that anytime a customer is using your app and they want to ask a question, reach out because they have a problem or a suggestion, we power that inside the app. But it also means that we help big companies, large hotel chains, huge brands, and retailers reach out inside the app to start conversations with their customers too. So things like getting to figure out who's your biggest fan and getting better ratings, that sort of stuff is also about talking with customers inside the app, and we power that too. So it's everybody from the one-person independent developer up to a Fortune 100 company. The thing about what we do that is really universal is that every company needs to have a relationship with their customers. They have to learn from them, listen to them, help them out, and really engender loyalty. So everybody can benefit from this type of service. We see games companies, we see hotel chains, we see retailers. And so sometimes it's an app that is 13 days old and has 60 people using the app. And sometimes it's a company that has one of the most popular games in the world, and they have 10 million people a month using the app. So that's a really broad range. We're on well over 100 million different devices, and we power millions of conversations every month. So it's pretty broad at this point, and we're in about 2,000 apps globally. Sure. So we support the two biggest mobile platforms, Android and iOS, and that's really where our focus is. That's the bulk of the opportunity right now in mobile. So that's what we support, native apps in particular. So most of the people who use us have built their apps natively, and then as a result, take our SDKs, which take about 15 to 30 minutes to integrate, put it inside their app, and then launch. That's really the main requirement. As companies grow, as they get more sophisticated, we see that bigger companies also have internal systems they talk to, so it's not like a requirement, but when they have other systems internally, we like to talk to those systems as well and really help our customers understand their data across their organization. So we do a bunch of things. We create a lot of content on our blog, apptentive.com/blog. It's a great place to go for mobile marketing resources to understand how to communicate with your customers. So we're always sharing stories, insights, data from our customer base about how to use the product, what benefits you can look for, how to try and get feedback. We also do a lot to try and present the data that's actionable inside of your dashboard so that you know if you're using your rating prompts, for example, correctly, or if your volume of customer feedback is growing in a meaningful way, and it might be tipping you off to some issues that are happening, as well as presenting our survey data and customer conversations in a really easy to use and easy to consume manner. The more that we do a good job around that, the easier people's lives are when they're working with our product. We also are always happy to answer questions over email. We're very easy to contact over email. Inside our app, we actually listen to customer feedback and hear from our active customers when they're in the dashboard. And we take phone calls and set up WebExes. And our bigger customers often actually will engage with us in a way that says they want some help on an ongoing basis. And we'll actually spend a bunch of time every month educating them, looking at their dashboards, and talking about strategies to grow their customer base. So it's pretty involved. So I think the thing that makes Apptentive unique is really it's the love. Like, we talk about customer love a lot, so we think that that's actually a real deal, that you should spend a lot of time listening to and conversing with customers. And what that means is most of our customers will tell you that they've had some interaction with us that's really been positive and that they love working with us. That's on purpose. We listen, we try to help out as much as possible. But it also means that the tools that we provide are really focused on helping our customers do the same thing. So in the mobile app marketing space today, there are a lot of people who are really like, let's push messages at you. Let's just kind of broadcast. And then there are some tools out there that are like, okay, let's just listen. But what we do is both. We allow you to listen to your customers. We really think that's super important. We make it super easy for most independent developers to use us just to support their customers. for free. So that's a big piece of what we believe. But we also have really good tools to go start conversations. And the thing that we do that's unique on top of letting you reach out is that we think a lot about when that customer wants to hear from you as a company. So we give you a lot of data about how not to bother people and how to make sure that you're adding value as opposed to just pushing messages at them. And so, again, it comes back to this idea that we think there's a better way to talk with your customers, that it can be more respectful, and that it will help you grow your business fundamentally for the long term. And that's a different approach than most of the people in the space. So we are always updating our dashboard, adding more data. In general, we want to give people more insight into how they're communicating with their customers and what's working. So we show them, for example, the impacts on their ratings. We look at the App Store, show ratings and reviews. We show how many ratings prompts are shown and what the path is. We show how many surveys are shown. We show how many conversations they're having with customers, how many are open, how many are closed, that sort of stuff. In addition to that, we give people very sophisticated tools to actually target and make sure that their messages are going to specific groups. So some of our customers will want to survey a large swath, 15 or 20% of their population, or everybody who hits a certain pretty early point in their app, and then other folks want to be really segmented and just focus on the premium customers who made 10 in-app purchases, for example. And we give people the tools to do that as well. So it's pretty powerful. So we just recently rolled out a pretty big update to our platform that allows people to use our ratings tools and our surveys tools and our feedback tools all together. You could, for example, prompt somebody, figure out if they're a big fan of your app, and instead of asking them for feedback in an open text format at that point in time, you could ask them to fill out a survey. Or vice versa, instead of a survey, you could ask them for open text. You can kind of mix and match. And that is more and more the direction you'll see from us, is that you can mix and match our communications tools and our message center in order to have conversations in a really interesting and specific way for each of your customers that can help you learn more faster. And you'll see that we'll be doing more work that we kicked off with the Love Score, just understanding consumer happiness in mobile. So if you were to go to apptentive.com/love-score, you would see that we have this tool that allows you to score your app based upon consumer sentiment in the app stores. And we'll be doing more understanding and analysis around that and helping people get better love scores. So that's probably in the next 3 to 6 months. Exciting stuff.